that they had a lot of chances. That James, actually the captain of the match, he wanted to come as a substitute because when you are playing a final match and you are being the captain, if you start the match at the time you will get exhausted, and being a final, there is a lot of tension, there's a lot of crowd expectation. So sometimes you play as a team, sometimes you play based on what the coach says. So for me, I feel starting me at the second half was really what helped us.
So, full time, a very big European comeback for Chelsea. How you feel the game?
Very nice. I enjoyed the match. It was a very good match. Both teams played very well. But of course, there has to be one winner, and it has to be Chelsea. It was a great match. I love the comeback. Before, when they scored the first goal against Chelsea, there was a lot of tension, and I knew it was going to end this way, but we thank God. It was a great match. Both teams played well, but definitely there must have to be a winner. So overall, it was a great match.
Okay, now from the first half, do you have that feeling that there's going to be comeback? From that first half, you give up?
Well, to be very honest with you, I'm not speaking as a Chelsea fan. I'm speaking as a normal person watching football. This is a final. Anything can happen. When you are having such kind of matches, you cannot predict what can happen. I remember 2022, the likes of Man City and Real Madrid semi-final. The comeback that Real Madrid used against Man City, and eventually, came to the final. So, that I was expecting probably a later goal, probably maybe 1-1 or 2-1. But much later, when I saw 3-1, 4-1, I now discovered that no, the mistake that they made, they shouldn't have really gone on the defensive side. After scoring Chelsea, they should have continued their attacking, formation, but they went back, and that gave Chelsea the opportunity to strike.
And also, Real Betis missed a lot of chances.
Yes, that is one of the things that they had a lot of chances, and even during the second half, they had chances to score more than Chelsea, but of course they blew it. I cannot say the fault of the coach. They were good chances, they were good substitutions, but then there have to be a winner. Overall, Chelsea deserves the win.
So from the first half, what really went wrong? Like, what to make Real Betis dominate Chelsea?
Okay, let me now speak pidgin as well. What happened for that first half? Because before the match began, we were having issues with fans, always having problems with fans. I watched a clip where Chelsea fans were having arbitration with the Real Betis fans, and when Chelsea were coming, like, I won't say they're underdogs, but they are the visitors coming to such place to play. So definitely, home advantage for Real Betis was against their favor. So I guess probably maybe the formation when they carry come that first half, they felt they wanted to study, the environment, know how the place be. And that first goal was a quick goal. They don't expect them. The thing just come as a shock for them. But thank God that after the goal came, they too were able to go back, sit back, and re-strategize. Because to be very honest with you, if to say Chelsea score one back, Real Betis would have made it 2 or even 3. Because if you watch that first half very well, Real Madrid dominated that first half. I'll be very, very frank with you. Real Betis really dominated that first half.
Now, when you see the lineup, were you okay with the lineup? Gusto starting ahead of James.
Yes, the lineup was very good.
Okay. Because I know so many fans
No.
So many people complain, say why James no start instead of Gusto.
No, the truth is, James, actually the captain of the match, he wanted to come as a substitute because when you are playing a final match and you are being the captain, if you start the match, at the time you will get exhausted. And being a final, there is a lot of tension, there's a lot of crowd expectation. So sometimes you play as a team, sometimes you play based on what the coach says. So for me, I feel starting me at the second half was really what helped us. If you check, it was what really helped us, and I'm very happy. Compared to the match we played last, that we took the fourth place in Premier League match that we played last against Nottingham Forest. If there's a quite difference between the formation and the substitution. But I like the way the match ended. There was not too much, orchestration between both teams. If it was 1-0, if it was 2-1 or 3-1, you would have seen as if there was a drag. But 4-1, you know that there was no drag about this.
The
Difference is clear. Up Chelsea for life. This is my 27th year as a Chelsea fan, and I'm very happy that I am alive watching and witnessing all this. So God be the glory.
Now, which player not really play up to your expectation today?
To be very honest with you, I will not criticize any player because football is not an easy game. I see some fans, they come in here, they shout, this one need to pass where, this one need to do where. Football is not an easy game, bro. If you enter pitch, you go know as it be. Let's tell ourselves the truth. For you watching me out there, if you're a true fan of a football club, don't criticize your players. Encourage them because there are some places where you go play, even the crowd alone, you go just kill your tension, you go kill your morale. You understand? We tell ourselves true. Football is an easy game. I've privileged to watch a Division 2 team, Coventry. It was the time I went to United Kingdom. I was privileged to watch Coventry play against Ipswich Town, one old town like that. I saw the crowd, the way they were yelling, the way they were shouting. That one alone is enough to really bring you down. So sometimes when you are, going to play football, we as fans, we are supposed to go there to cheer them up and not to criticize them. Because football is not easy. That picture is so. If you run out 2 times, now you're going to say, easy.
So,
Big shout out to Chelsea.
so your man of the match today?
I say I'll give it to Palmer. I'll give it to Palmer. Reasons number 1, because of the passes he made that brought 2 goals. And number 2, it was calm, it was collected. There was not too much pressure on him, despite of the fact that they first scored us 1-0. I saw his composure. I knew that I was expecting to go from Palmer anyway, but the fact that he didn't score, but he made a chance for us to have 2 goals. Great one for him. Palmer.
Now, initially, there is this conversation. Isco, Anthony. You been saying those 2 players are threats to you?
Well,
Isco and Anthony.
I would say Anthony, not really Isco, because compared to their last match they played before they came final, Anthony did a lot of power play in their last match. So I was a bit shaky bit, but then when I saw how the match was going, I just felt relaxed. There was a time I left the viewing center. I just went outside to comb my hair. I think that was even after the Scotchers, the first one. I was a bit tense because I saw the moves that was going on. I felt Anthony was going to do some magic again. So, but then I thank God that, it just, let me put it this way. Football has 2 sides. Either you win or you lose. If you play well, you win. If you play wrongly, you lose. Sometimes it could be from the fault of a coach. Sometimes it can be from the team. If you don't have good team spirit, you lose it.
So another record for Chelsea today and another bragging right. I'll call it bragging right.
Most
Yes.
definitely.
So how do you feel about the
Well,
European?
I'm not going to use it to brag because obviously this is not the first time we are having such kind of victory, but I'm just going to use it to encourage our other Premier League counterparts like Arsenal and Man U, that when you are having such competition ahead of you, always stick to your instincts, play as a team spirit, play with team spirit, and play as with the love of football. That's what I'm going to advise them.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
If na the first time they come across our video, abeg help us subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that when next we post our video, you go be the first person to see am. Thank you.